So you're thinking about upgrading to your dream home.
I want to welcome you out to my house, the dog house.
What should you think about to position yourself that is going to allow you to have the best long-term gains? What's going on, everybody? It's Blandon here again from Mortgage HQ. This is the third video to our 5-part series, and I'm going to share with you 2 things that astute investors think about when they're upgrading their home. Now, this video is not for everybody, but if you're someone that want the best for their family and yet you want to make sure that you're not going backward financially, or you're just someone that don't want to think like the average buyer but think more like an astute investor, then this video is for you. And if you stay till the end, I'm going to share with you when I think is the best time to actually upgrade your home. So the first thing to consider, are you going to get yourself better long-term value by upgrading? Now, if you're going to be spending more money and you're going to take out this bigger mortgage for another 30 years, wouldn't you want to buy something that is going to give you better long-term capital gains? And what do these kind of properties look like? If we refer back to historical data, property with good development potential, or just properties that are on bigger land in general, have a higher correlation with higher than normal capital gains. Freehold titles are obviously slightly better than unit title or cross-lease titles. And if you can elevate yourself and looking from above just the house itself, you want to think about the suburbs and the school zones as well. Obviously, higher decile school zones will usually have slightly better long-term gain. Or locations where the transport is easy, such as being really close to a train station, will also have that effect. When it comes to suburbs, you want to look at government spending. What does that exactly mean? Government or the local council usually have a budget on where they want to spend money to upgrade amenities or community centers or even infrastructures. There's usually a high correlation between these suburbs that have upgrades and better long-term capital gains. So don't be afraid to roll up your sleeves and do some research on which suburbs are getting more money being spent on it. Auckland, for example, you can go to Panuku Developments to see exactly where the council is planning to expand on. So my suggestion for you when you're planning to upgrade is spend time to learn about what properties are going to give you the best long-term outcome. The second thing that you should consider is, do you already have an investment plan in place? Now, often when I see clients upgrade, they tend to max out their borrowing capacity. It would usually mean that they need to allocate a lot more cash flow for the bigger mortgage commitment that they're taking on, which would result in less cash flow for their investments or savings. And this is exactly what happened to my own parents as well. For the first 15 years that we're in New Zealand, they upgraded their home 4 times. I'm obviously very grateful because we always have better environment to live in. But what it did do to them is take a toll on the progress that they would make on their financial future. Because in their 50s, they still had a mortgage and very little retirement savings. And I really hope to help people avoid this. Now, although they had the income to service the loan, again, they would increase their fixed commitment significantly, resulting in slower investment growth. More often than not though, clients don't even have an investment plan in place. The only thing that they might have is their 3% contribution towards their KiwiSaver and maybe the $20,000 in their savings account. So I think it would be prudent and important for people in that position to really think whether or not upgrading now is the right time. And you should plan out your financial future for your family, because sometimes it doesn't take that much. It might just be 1 to 2 investment properties over 15 years, and that should achieve the goal that you want. So do not hesitate to reach out to a mortgage advisor and help you plan this out, because they can show you the implication between upgrading your home right now or potentially buying a couple more properties down the track and what that might look like in the future for you. And as always, if you find value, please smash the like button for the YouTube algorithm. And as mentioned earlier, when do I think it's the best time to upgrade? Is when your investment properties can actually pay for the new mortgage that you're soon to take on. So essentially allow your property investments to pay for your upgrade. For example, you already have a $500,000 mortgage on your own occupied and you want to upgrade to this home where you need to spend another $700,000. Now, if you have enough equity on your investment property, this $700,000 is going to cost you around $540 extra a week. If there's enough equity and enough rental income to cover for all of this, then you can assign this extra $700,000 mortgage onto the investment property, so your net position on your own occupied is still the same. So that's why you want to build your rental property portfolio earlier, and the sooner you can achieve this. So in summary, I definitely support upgrading if you're making sure that you're putting yourself in a better position. You're buying a property that's going to have better long-term gains or better long-term capital improvement value. Also, you should consider whether or not you're actually setting yourself back financially, because you never want to just think about now, because you could end up being in your 50s and still have a big mortgage with very little investment plans in place. And if you are in that position where you're in your 50s and you have a mortgage, don't be afraid to get the kids involved. You could potentially do something together that's going to help each other and be able to have better outcomes for them and yourself as well. If you want to learn more about my story, you can check out the homepage on our YouTube channel, and I share exactly how I have helped my family out and they have helped me out, and we became in a much better position. Until next time, I'll see you guys again.